While I have a deep affection for the Fallout games from Bethesda Studios, I have to concede that investing numerous hours in a radioactive wasteland teeming with ghouls and raiders can become somewhat disheartening. It's not the sort of environment that inspires a feeling of excitement and adventure. This is precisely what made Starfield's promise so exhilarating. Bethesda was poised to bring its open-world RPG expertise to an expansive universe filled with uncharted planets and enigmatic cosmic secrets. Hi there! My name is Matt and you are watching Quick Gaming Previews. Hear everything you need to know before jumping into Starfield. In many respects, Starfield lives up to those expectations. It undeniably boasts vastness, with its central narrative revolving around the excitement of embarking on adventures and making groundbreaking discoveries. I frequently found myself venturing into the farthest corners of the cosmos, journeying to unfamiliar and perilous destinations in pursuit of the origins of the universe and humanity's role within it. Furthermore, it remains a game that closely adheres to the established blueprint that Bethesda has meticulously crafted for its role-playing adventures. While the scale of your quest may be significantly grander, the day-to-day activities remain largely unchanged. Additionally, it stands out as Bethesda's most polished and technically sound release to date. Starfield begins with a modest premise. You assume the role of a miner toiling away on a dusty planet, stumbling upon an unusual, potentially extraterrestrial artifact by sheer accident. Strangely, this artifact resonates with you on a profound, metaphysical level, resulting in an out-of-body experience reminding us of Space Odyssey 2001. This remarkable discovery eventually leads you to an ensemble known as Constellation, a diverse crew of explorers that includes individuals ranging from a reserved theologian to a cowboy hailing from a prominent lineage, and even a business tycoon who generously funds their collective quest to unveil the universe's mysteries. Although Starfield deviates in terms of tone and scope from Bethesda's previous titles, its fundamental gameplay remains remarkably consistent. It blends elements of an RPG with those of a shooter, enabling you to craft and customize your character through a diverse array of traits and skills. This character development often influences your approach to missions. On occasion, persuasive conversation may be the key to achieving your objectives, while in other instances, combat becomes a necessary course of action. Starfield isn't particularly refined as a shooter. Despite its appearance with a wide array of collectible weapons and a first-person perspective option, it falls short of the precision found in games like Destiny. The aiming mechanics can feel erratic, and there are instances where shots that appear to hit an enemy point-blank fail to register. It would have been beneficial if Starfield featured an equivalent of Fallout's VAT system, which introduces a quasi-turn-based combat approach, but instead, it offers a serviceable shooting experience linked to an incredibly ambitious RPG. This is likely why I allocated a substantial number of skill points to my persuasion abilities. Conversations remain a significant component of the gameplay. You'll find yourself engaged in lengthy dialogues, with an intimate view of your conversation partner. Interacting with companion characters is essential for building rapport, and speaking with others is crucial for gathering information or extricating yourself from tricky situations. Considering the extensive amount of voice dialogue, it's remarkable how consistently well-crafted and skillfully performed Starfield's conversations are. Occasionally, there are awkward moments in group discussions, where characters might not maintain eye contact or transitions between dialogues may feel somewhat abrupt. Nonetheless, overall, the dialogue is remarkably convincing, which is important since you'll be devoting a substantial portion of your time to it. Therefore, even though the shooting and combat aspects may fall short of expectations, I derived great satisfaction from the role-playing elements. My in-game character genuinely felt like a blank canvas I could shape according to my preferences. In this particular instance, I fashioned someone who closely resembled me, an aspiring adventurer with a passion for exploring new locales, a preference for conversation over confrontation, a tendency to become irked by overly technical matters, and a commitment to returning home whenever a message arrived from my parents. The space-themed gameplay in Starfield introduces fresh elements to the experience, prompting comparisons to No Man's Sky. You have the freedom to land on numerous planets, each offering opportunities for exploration. Equipped with a scanning device, you can gather information about local flora, fauna, and minerals. It's a commendable concept, however. During the few occasions I ventured out solely for exploration's sake, I didn't encounter much of interest apart from a few peculiar extraterrestrial beings and some unusual fungal structures. Essentially, the most intriguing discoveries occurred when I embarked on specific quests rather than when I ventured out independently. Others might have more favorable experiences in this regard. Likewise, the necessity for interstellar travel demands the use of a spaceship, and although it boasts an impressive appearance, with the option to acquire enticing upgrades or entirely new vessels, I personally found the act of piloting the ship to be somewhat cumbersome. Consequently, I predominantly relied on fast travel between planets, hoping to avoid encountering hostile pirate fleets upon arrival, as the dogfighting experience left much to be desired in terms of enjoyment. Even though I dedicated nearly 50 hours to playing Starfield, there's a considerable amount of in-game activities I left untouched. Building outposts and engaging in crafting or cooking were pursuits that I largely neglected, despite collecting various alien materials from my encounters. However, this aspect of the game is intentionally designed to cater to individual preferences. Starfield provides the flexibility to concentrate on the aspects of the experience that align with your character's interests, allowing you to either dismiss or experiment briefly with other aspects. In my case, exploration and social interactions were my primary focus, while for others, it might entail meticulously constructing outposts on foreign planets. As with the majority of Bethesda games, the gameplay can be almost categorically separated into two distinct aspects: the primary storyline and all the other activities. In a surprising departure from their typical approach, the main plot is what genuinely captivated me the most in this instance. While it did take a couple of hours to gain momentum, once I delved into the peculiar and cosmic facets of the narrative, I found it increasingly challenging to divert my attention to anything else within the game. Starfield's storyline takes some exhilarating and unexpected turns, delving into profound inquiries concerning the origins of space exploration and humanity's quest among the stars. The narrative benefits greatly from an exceptional ensemble of characters. I found it challenging to select a single companion to accompany me on my journey, though a sudden and unsettling death ultimately guided my decision. While I can't definitively claim that the answers to these inquiries are entirely fulfilling, they do offer one of the most compelling reasons for embarking on a new Game Plus playthrough that I've encountered thus far. Although the primary storyline of Starfield possesses a unique atmosphere, replete with its grand enigmas and peculiar artifacts, a significant portion of the remaining content comes across as rather unoriginal. Another planet resembles a Wild West setting reminiscent of Firefly, with gunslingers robbing banks and farmers attempting to conquer the untamed land. At one juncture, you'll find yourself dealing with a character who closely resembles the Collector from Guardians of the Galaxy, and humanity's capital city appears as if it's straight out of the world if meme. It's challenging not to perceive Bethesda's attempt to incorporate as many sci-fi tropes into Starfield as possible, regardless of whether there was truly uncharted territory to explore. Nevertheless, there are captivating side narratives to explore, and several of the planets are expansive enough that you could easily spend hours without ever needing to board your spaceship for a change of scenery. I experienced this on Neon, the somewhat generically named cyberpunk world, and it felt akin to a self-contained game nestled within the broader Starfield universe. Notably, none of the quests I undertook, which ranged from smuggling fish to assisting a renowned DJ and handling a stalker, directly related to the artifacts or the genesis of the universe. However, they could lead you down entertaining and unforeseen paths, such as the time when I inadvertently crossed paths with the Neon Police, ultimately necessitating my involvement in an undercover operation to infiltrate space pirates and evade imprisonment. Alright, coming to bugs now. I encountered very few of them during my time with Starfield. This is genuinely surprising considering it's a Bethesda game, a studio known for its acceptance of glitches and bugs as an inherent part of the gaming experience. Nonetheless, Starfield exhibits a level of polish previously unseen in any of the studio's previous releases. This isn't to say I didn't encounter any peculiar occurrences. There were instances of characters colliding with walls or perching atop desks, people facing the wrong direction during conversations, and at one juncture, the floor of a saloon inexplicably became invisible. The unconventional physics for deceased characters also remained, resulting in occasional, albeit humorous, contortions when enemies met their demise. However, these occurrences were quite infrequent, and none of them had any discernible impact on the actual gameplay, alleviating a significant mental concern. To sum it up altogether, you'll find that Starfield doesn't fundamentally alter the formula upon which Bethesda has established its reputation. It remains an expansive adventure brimming with a nearly overwhelming array of activities and sights, complemented by commendable character development, role-playing mechanics, and decent yet not exceptional action. However, it manages to refine many of the rough spots that have been emblematic of the studio's previous releases. Simultaneously, it introduces a fresh theme and narrative that align with Bethesda's perennial pursuit of grand ambitions. While war may never change, its allure certainly takes on a more exhilarating form in the realm of space. In conclusion, I want to express my absolute delight with Bethesda's latest masterpiece. If you're a passionate fan of exploration games, craving countless hours of immersive gameplay set in diverse and captivating environments, or if the idea of venturing into the boundless expanse of space excites you, then this game is an absolute must-play. While there may be a few minor glitches and bugs that can temporarily slow down your adventure, I have full confidence that these issues will be swiftly addressed in upcoming updates. The sheer abundance of engaging side quests, diverse mission options, and interactive NPCs truly cements this game as one of the standout releases of the year. We genuinely hope you derive as much joy from it as we have. Please share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe and show your support. Until our next gaming adventure.